Hello, hello everybody, welcome back. We are going to be doing our Wasteseeker combat test today. I'm gonna go in with the Lucent Moon, see how far we go, and if it turns out that the Lucent Moon, in its current fit, cannot handle the, later stages, then we'll swap out to the Wyvern for that. After that, I don't know if I want to do the alphas with the marshals, because I would rather have them in an integrated nanocore before we go forward with that. And then if I do it on Cadet T10 Day 1, it's just gonna be a long grind. So I may do those off camera, I don't know. But we're definitely working toward it. Hi Riley, how you doing today? Good to see you. Alright, so combat test. As usual, you can find it under Faction War Games. And we have some pretty common rewards here. So we're gonna get some loyalty points. We're gonna get some merit. It looks like Empire merit. We're gonna get some commendations. And we'll get a medal for it. Yeah, pretty average, pretty average. Nothing crazy this time around, but the merit is nice. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna get started. They have changed Wasteseeker combat tests quite a bit. Previously we would warp in at like 500 kilometers and we would have to slow boat in. Now they drop us at 75 kilometers.
Undocking.
So that's a new problem we're going to have to deal with. It also means that we won't be cheesing the system nearly as well. And they will actually start attacking you almost immediately. Which is not very fun.
We're under attack.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to do it, Riley. Thank you for the luck. The other way is just to make sure that you're doing your dormant realms. It's gonna take a little while, but if you can do your dormant realms often, then you'll get there a lot quicker. And if you're looking to spend that much, I would suggest you do the auspice missions and share them, and then sell the boxes. Or you could save up the boxes and trade. Both ways go very well. As you can see, they spawn in pretty early. They actually start shooting you before you can turn your modules on, which I think is a little sketchy. Hey, Kua, how you doing today?
Docking request accepted.
Welcome, welcome. We're just gonna be grinding through our Wasteseeker combat test today. Nothing crazy. Pretty relaxing day. Yeah, yeah.
Undocking.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Okay, so when I go into the fittings after this, I'm gonna swap the Nosferatu with the carrier defense module. Yeah, that'll be awesome, Kua, if you could do that. You're not far off. Ooh, blueprint 50% done. Nice. Next Interstellar Bazaar is probably in April. That would be my best guess. I honestly feel like I should probably be throwing on the Visual Protocol music.
Docking request accepted.
Oh, that'll be nice. It's funny that they've hidden the Visual Protocol music quite a lot, actually. Oh, it's gone.
Undocking.
Cyan is normal. Well,
We're
actually, they
under
don't have
attack.
cyan boxes anymore, so you'd have to get a Shanghai. Um, yeah, cyan boxes don't exist anymore.
We're under attack.
So you are better off getting the, ISK side of things if you can do it. Actually have some damage coming into me at this point. You see, our application is just insane on these. Now, did they change the resistance profile of these ships? No, it's still the same 54 thermal. What's really nice about the lightweight Korax is they're fairly fast, and they have, like, insane application on their small missiles. I don't know when you got a free cyan. Did I miss something? I got a Shanghai nanocore. Aw, that's unfortunate. That sucks. I would have liked to have had the, cyan.
Docking request accepted.
Okay, I feel like I need some music in the background for this. I don't know what I'm gonna look for. Could always just go with the EVE Online soundtrack. Could also go with... Okay, we're gonna go with RuneScape. This might be a bit loud. Give me a minute while I adjust it. Let me know if it's too loud. I don't expect much of a challenge here.
Undocking.
Lucent Moon is just incredible. The only challenge we'll really start to have is once we start hitting that,
Under attack.
capital expert.
We're under attack. We're being warp scrambled.
I do really like the RuneScape music. Don't know that it actually fits this, but kind of fun. Nothing here is really standing out in terms of, like, survivability or causing any problems, really, but if we were in a battleship, I could see this could be pretty problematic. Yeah, Scion's great for an entry-level capital ship, especially as a high-set capital. Scion is very good. If you haven't noticed, I have gone with the 07 above my ship. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even matter on these ships. I already have pretty much perfect application. I mean, 291 over 20. Like, there's no point in me even actually using the aerospace.
Docking request
A
accepted.
bunch of 07s in the chat. Now, on the Allegiance destroyers that I have, that would be a good one for me to use the aerospace on. I'm gonna have to use that when we go to fight the capitals
We're under
for the
attack.
higher DPS. Alright, let's see what we got here.
We're under attack.
I really wish I had the Auspice Nanocore for this thing right now. Because I would absolutely be dumping the 50 million ISK just to watch a bunch of things explode at the exact same time. Or just having the 20% activation time and the 20% extra DPS, or damage, to NPC ships be really good as well. My missiles aren't really doing anything. They only have a 48-kilometer range. Yeah, the Auspice Supercore is incredible, but yeah, it's like 600 billion ISK. You're paying for the entirety of a super carrier just for that. You're honestly better off if you can buy the missions and share the missions to get your ISK. Or just save up the boxes. Yeah, definitely consider upgrading your fighters. It's one of the biggest problems with Cyan is having low-end fighters. But if you can put them in some decent ones, you'll be just fine. Interesting. Because my fighters were just really far away, it was taking them a little while to DPS that thing. Yeah. I mean, something you could consider is buying the modules that you need along the way, if you find a good deal.
Docking request accepted.
That way, when you do get your Cyan, you'll be pretty much ready to fit it. Instead of paying whatever price it is at the time of that you get it.
Undocking.
We're under attack.
Alright, we're gonna give our fighters a little bit of extra speed here.
We're under attack.
While that is active, we have almost 2,000 meters a second. Yeah, definitely true. I don't know. You could do it that way, definitely. But like I said, you need to be making sure that you're doing your Dormant Realms every week at level 10. That means you can get about 1 billion a week, 600, 750 million a week doing that. And that'll really cut down on the cost of trying to afford a Cyan. You also need to consider doing your Concord Pass because you can get the skill chips that you can sell for multiple billions of ISK. So, yep, 1 billion a week if you do your Dormant Realms. But if you're doing Concord Pass, use your points to get the new skill chip chests. No, not premium. You can do it with the free pass. And you can get your weapon, your skill chips that you can sell. Because they are not clone bound. Yeah, for 30,000 skill point, Concord points, yes. Yeah, I'm glad they fixed that. They brought ISK back into the game for Concord. So that'll give you a few billion ISK depending on what skill chip you actually get. But I would think that it's pretty worthwhile. Yeah, that would be a great way. I mean, with the Elite Pass, which is like $4.99 AUR, you'd be able to buy like 3, almost 4 boxes of skill chips. Yeah, definitely.
Docking request accepted.
I'm not seeing anything that really stands out right now for difficulty. As a battleship, it'll definitely be a little difficult, but I don't see any, like, major healing problems or anything like that. There was one in one of the
We're
missions,
under
but
attack.
it wasn't anything too crazy.
We're under attack. We're being warp scrambled.
Oh, that'll be good. Getting the research core for Acero would be nice. Yeah, definitely having that faster warp prep time is really, really necessary now. 1.5 is still really good though. Is the audio alright? Is the music too loud still? Okay, good, good. I was a little bit worried there. Because on my end, it does show it pretty high, so... as long as it's not too distracting or too loud, I am happy with that. I've noticed that there's only one wave so far,
Docking request accepted.
which is a little interesting.
Undocking.
We're under attack.
They're actually really close this time around.
We're under attack. We're being warp scrambled.
So this group of enemies likes to just rush you. So that'll definitely prove an interesting challenge for battleships. don't know how it decided to go for that instead of some of the things that are closer. Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of Terraria 1.4.5. It's pretty fun. Some nice little updates here and there. Lots of fun new items. I like it. I really want to do Skyblock at some point. I just don't think I have that kind of drive to do it. Yeah, you talking about, Chillet? I saw you talking about it earlier. Yeah, I'm still working on trying to find, Dictois. My world has been so absolutely cursed. I have, like, no houses that are underground. I can't find, like, any chests at all. Like, I've maybe found 5 chests in, like, 6 hours of gameplay. It has been torture on that
Docking
world.
request accepted.
I've found plenty of heart crystals, but that's the only thing I seem to be playing. Yeah, I'm actually playing solo on a large world as well.
Undocking.
But it has been torture on that world.
We're
Like,
under
even my
attack.
mushroom biome had, like, 2 chests in it.
We're under attack.
Yeah, one of the best things about Terraria is being able to world hop and find things. Oh, yeah, Shimmer, you have to be pretty much at the beach
We're
on
being
one or the
scrambled.
other side of the world. And you just have to explode downwards until you find it. That's the way I find mine. I usually have to be, like, at the beach, not too far away from the water. Yeah, yeah. And as soon as I start seeing those, this starry background that the Shimmer has, I know I'm close.
Docking request accepted.
Hello, Neo! How you doing today? Thank you for the follow about 10 hours ago while I was offline. Haha, awesome. How you doing today?
Undocking.
We're under attack.
Oh, nice. Congratulations on reaching Tech 6.
We're being warp
It's a
scrambled.
long journey. And there's a lot to learn. Let's go ahead
We're
and use
under
our...
attack.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun playing solo and with other people. But you do... It's gonna take a little while to find the right group for you. Oh good, you found a good corp yesterday? Awesome. What ship are you flying right now? Or what's your main interest? Yeah, both of those work very well. I personally used the Vexor for all of Tech 6. And when I got to Tech 7, I was using the, Prophecy. But the Hound is also a great way to do it. Yeah, one of my characters, when I was leveling it up early in the channel's life, had used the Manticore for a long time. Hey Mildra, how you doing today? Welcome. Yeah, the Hound really does have very good DPS. But one of the biggest downsides to it is those medium torpedoes. They are kinda hard to hit frigates with. They're not terrible since it's the mediums, but
Docking request accepted.
the Hound 3 using the large torpedoes is way worse. But you can get around that a little bit. I don't know exactly how many missions are available today, but I think
Undocking.
all of them are available, so we're going to try to get through all of them today. And then maybe we'll swap to our,
We're under attack.
one of our alts. see what we can accomplish. Still no sign of a capital ship yet, which is good. It means battleships can still make use
We're
out of all
under
this,
attack.
as long as they can survive it. Alright, let's see what I'm down to on this thing. 86 second active, 76 reactive. That's good. Yeah, we're slowly making our way through the skills for the team combat skills. But it does take a long time to get that 100% uptime on that module. But once we do, it's not bad. We'll have a lot more DPS, a lot more flight velocity. They're actually doing a little bit of damage to me. Oh no. Yeah, I definitely have dreams like that once in a while. Especially with my wyvern. If I ever do something that bothers me with the wyvern, I'll end up having some kind of, like, getting jumped by a bunch of enemies in it. As a nightmare. And that's part of the reason why I don't undock it. Not yet, at least. Okay, cool. All missions except for the last 3 are available. That's good. I know it was pretty soon to have all of them open, I just didn't know exactly when. I think it's on the 11th, right? The mission boxes for Allspice are currently at about 2.5 billion to 3 billion. The missions themselves are 120 AUR each mission, and there's a small chance to get 3. It's like a 5% chance to have a nullsec mission pop up from it, which will give you 3 of those boxes. Currently, it is way more ISK efficient to do that than it is to actually convert AUR to ISK. You'll get a lot more out of the boxes. Alright, another 200 merits there. Speaking of which, yeah, I'm still really far off. Okay, I need to swap this one and this one. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. It's way more worth it to share the missions instead of doing the wave graphs.
Undocking.
We're under attack.
This is another one of those waves where they all rush you at the same time.
We're under attack.
Still no capital ship here, so we're gonna keep going. Yeah, in the very least, there is no RNG on the missions.
We're being warp scrambled.
Putting in some good work here. I think we've killed most of the wave before my cycle ended. We've almost killed the entire wave before my cycle ended. Yeah, lightweight ships are so nice for that. Especially these, Koraks. They're especially good at killing small ships. High explosion velocity and extraordinarily low explosion radius means they're just gonna hit no matter what.
Docking request accepted.
And this is 2.9.
Undocking.
We're under attack.
I'm pretty sure I'll do a stream tomorrow.
We're under attack.
Lots of battleships in this wave. I think tomorrow I'll probably do the same thing as I'm doing today, except for I'll be doing it with the marshals instead. Because I know that's gonna take a while. Right.
Docking request accepted.
It's honestly funny how, like, the high-end players have such an easy time with all of these events. Like, there is no struggle. And then we'll move on to the Capital Super Expert, because I think we've got 3 of these available. February 6th. February 6th. February 6th. So we can actually do those. February 9th is the next one that opens. Okay. So we'll have like 3 more to do here. And then we'll swap over to our capital ship pilot.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're being warp scrambled.
Yeah, honestly, I don't see why the marshals could not survive up to this point. They might struggle a little bit with tank, but Star Melody on them should help out a little bit. At least get rid of the smaller stuff. They might struggle with DPS, unfortunately. So I might have to pick my targets a little carefully. Ah, that'll be awesome then. Happy early birthday if I don't see you, but I'll see if I can be on. Like I said, my current thought is that I'd probably be doing this, but with the marshals tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to change the fit on the marshals to make it work. I might have to go on an active fit. In which case, I'm gonna have to drop the 2 group shield boosters and run, 2 Nosferatus. Man, that stuff comes off cooldown really quick. Oh, very nice. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself first. Always very important. Yeah, the Annihilators and Exterminators will definitely be difficult for the Marshals, but the Marshals do have, 125 kilometer range right now, because they're using the large missiles. It may require that we go with Citadel module. We may also do, like sniper module maybe, if we have to deal with that. But so far I have not seen an exterminator, so that's good. Or I've killed it so quickly I haven't really paid attention to it. These new Wasteseekers are quite a bit different. They're kind of the same layout, but they spawn you closer. They don't seem to be running quite as far away. I only had one instance where they ran out to 109 kilometers away.
Undocking.
Enemy ships detected.
Alright, let's see what we have here.
We're under attack.
Alright, no capital ship. Oh yes, there is a capital.
We're under attack.
$11,000 damage on that
We're
missile.
being warp scrambled. We're being warp scrambled.
Kinda nice that, these particular fighters, lightweight ships,
We're under attack.
do so much damage to smaller ships. It means I don't have to really think about it.
We're under attack.
Oh no. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. We're kind of having to repeatedly clear out these fighters,
We're under
and that's
attack.
fine. They're not really a threat to us. I mean, the ship is pretty much designed to handle the tank of a Wasteseeker, the Sansha main fleets. I can tank those okay. Which means this really isn't a threat to us.
We're under attack.
There we go, there's the Wasteseeker Quietus.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah. Takes a long time for wavecraft prices to come back up. But just hold on to them and you'll be okay. Or you can choose to run them. Alright, all of the fighters are taken care of. There are no more spawning. Actually, I'd rather kill this thing first. Just in case it's trying to heal the Wasteseeker Quietus. Now, I know I've got the DPS to handle him. But maybe in future ones I might want to swap over to the Allegiance. Hi Dragon, how you doing today? We're doing good. Yeah, no problem. Oh, nice. How'd your work day go? Yeah, this is where I would really like that Auspice Nanocore.
Enemy ships
Ooh, wave
detected.
2. Interesting.
We're under attack.
I don't visually see a carrier, so there was only one carrier in the first wave. Lots of small ships, though. That is a lot of small ships, but I do not see a carrier.
We're being warp scrambled.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I'd like to have that event back in the future. Although maybe in a different loot pool. See, I missed the old Wasteseekers, the one before last couple of times. Where they would actually drop the materials themselves. But I did really enjoy the one with all the gates in it. I do enjoy the Wasteseeker combat test, though. It's a nice way to get some merit, it's a good way to get some LP. So it's not really a problem.
Docking request accepted.
I think currently I would like to have the Sansha a little bit more often. Wasteseekers were good, but I really like the way they've done the Sansha content. Except for I would like them to spawn every 4 hours instead of every 8 hours.
We're under attack.
Or you could go every 6 hours instead of every 8 hours. That way there'd be 4 spawns every day. Okay, I do not see a capital... Oh, I do see a capital ship here.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, so they spawn for me at 2 a.m., 11 a.m., and 8 p.m. I don't know what times that would be for you, but those are the times that they spawn for me. And I usually cannot get to the 2 a.m. or the 11 a.m. cycle. So I'm just left with the 8 p.m. one. Which most of the time I'm still doing, like, stream, or I'd be doing, like, a Dormant Realm day.
We're under attack.
So it kind of interferes with that.
We're under attack.
It's going alright. Lucent Moon is still doing quite well. Not really
We're under
challenged at
attack.
all.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, I think yesterday I was able to make, like 1.2 billion ISK across all 3 characters. Between the loot and the bounty ticks and the combinations.
We're under attack.
It's definitely like a high-end... There we go, there's an exterminator. So... Each of my characters... I went for, what was it, 2 hours? 2.5 hours? I was running 3 marshals in the large, Sansha fleets. So I was running Vanguard and Main Large. And I was getting anywhere between 26 million bounty on a tick and up to 36 million bounty on a tick. Across 3 characters. So I would get 36 per character as my bounty tick. And then when I double that with commendations, that's pretty much 72 million on each character. And we went for 2 hours. So it was pretty close to about 1.2 billion ISK at the end of it all. Each individual character made 400 million. If that helps. Yeah, no, I was not utilizing Concord Pass for that. I was just doing the Sansha incursion. I was using commendations, though. Ooh, outside of my range. Okay. Okay, so with this on, I lose command range. But with it off, I have maximum command range. Yeah. Yeah, 400 million in 8 hours definitely is pretty average. It's gonna take these, ships a little while to get out there. Now, this is the only exterminator that I've actually come across today. Actually, there's been two, hasn't there?
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
This is at 75 kilometers. They drop you at 75 now instead of 500 or 1,000. So you are forced to brawl this time around. Yeah, I think they got tired of us, doing stuff. So I would recommend if you're doing this, grab something extraordinarily tanky, but also decently high DPS. Because you're gonna need somewhere around 8 or 9,000 DPS to actually make it through the carriers. And maybe about 4,000 DPS to get through some of the battleships. Yep, take care, Gray. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. These missiles are doing nothing to the battleships. They're moving too quickly. I thought about dropping the missiles. I just don't know what else I would run. I could run the rep, the remote rep, but I don't know. Pretty sure it's gonna go for this one. Wherever that is. Alright, one ship left. Interesting that it stayed at 60 kilometers away. Not really sure what it's doing. Welcome back, Riley. How you doing? Okay, cool. That's fun.
Docking request accepted.
Now, I don't know if that was the last one. 3.2, so one more. I believe 3.3 is where people started to fail. Oh, hell.
Undocking.
We're under attack.
So there is a carrier, as expected.
We're under attack.
Okay, we're taking care of that exterminator first.
We're being warp scrambled. We're being warp scrambled.
Yeah, I mean, if you're lucky, that could be 12 billion ISK. If you're not lucky, that's still 4.5, 5 billion ISK. Compared to like the 2.5 that you'd get out of that AUR.
We're under attack.
Why is there
We're
something
under
so
attack.
far away?
We're being warp scrambled.
Weather's good. It is 65 degrees out there. Sunny. So nice day today.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, it really is very similar to having Star Melody with these lightweight ships. They're very, very good at applying damage.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Fighters are actually having to, like, chase these things. Which is kind of annoying.
We're under attack.
Only a couple fighters left from that Quietus Wasteseeker. I am using the lightweight offense. Yeah, it's RuneScape, so it may be in relation to that. Yeah, it's called Sea Shanty, so yes. Very piratey. Go ahead and use that again. Yeah, very, very good application on the offense fighters. I did not actually realize back then when I was picking them that it was good. Yeah, I think the assault ones need some adjustment. But that's also why I'm not using my, my allegiance assaults either. Like, their application is still really rough compared to what I've got on these Korax offense. But they've got a lot higher DPS, so maybe in later missions I'll be able to use them for DPS on carriers and dreads. But at the moment, I really don't even need it.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Thrashers do really good. As you get better skills in the team combat side of things, you'll have a lot better DPS. That's what I've been working on lately.
We're under attack.
Yeah, go for it. Whatever the highest DPS is, you should probably get it. Turrets work a little differently from the missile ones. You can usually get away with the higher DPS, worse tracking on the turrets.
Under attack.
But for missiles, you really need to focus on that application of the explosion velocity and the explosion radius. Because otherwise you're going to struggle. And make sure whatever lightweight ship you get, make sure that they have the Web of Fire bonus down here. If they don't have the Web of Fire bonus, you're going to really struggle.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
That'd be cool if you could get yourself one of the prizes in the next Interstellar Bazaar. I think my current goal for the next Interstellar Bazaar would be trying to get some of the officer modules. Particularly, I really want, like, the officer, shield partners.
We're under
Especially if
attack.
we're going to be getting the T3 battleships.
We're under
Those
attack.
officer shield hardeners are going to make a huge difference in our capabilities. I could throw them on the Marshal too. It doesn't really matter. But I think that's my next, like, what I'm looking for.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, Capital Nanocore would be a great choice if you could find one of those. That was a good price.
We're under attack.
I'm really thinking that I'm gonna pick up the Auspice Nanocore for this thing. I think it's just a good choice. And then I can do Starbreak later on.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Having that base mode of 20% extra activation time and 20% extra damage to NPCs is gonna be so important for the Lucent Moon. Ooh. Out of curiosity, what watch is it? Okay, so 2 carriers. I think I'll do the, swap to the Allegiance. Yeah, no, I would keep your watch. It's a very important thing to have. Thor SQ. I'll have to look at that. I wonder how that looks. Oh, that's pretty cool looking, actually. I like it. Is this the one with the, rubber wristband, it looks like? That's really cool looking. Yeah, that seems like it. Okay, let's get these back. We'll swap them out to the, Allegiance. It's gonna take them a little while. Oh, that's too bad. He can't play Eve Echoes. Eve Echoes requires Android 11. Alright, swapping these out here. Alright, so you'll notice that these allegiants are going to be quite a bit faster. So 3,000 meters a second with 151 over 153. Not bad, but still would struggle quite a bit on smaller targets. It's mostly just swapping them to these for the carriers. Yeah, the Thrashers are gonna be a better choice. I think if you can get really good Thrashers, go with that. I just don't have a reason to actually have these. I'm probably gonna go ahead and sell these. They're just not doing it for me. They've got really good flight velocity adjustment on the web of fire, and they've got decent application, but they just don't feel like they're doing enough to justify their cost. Especially when I can do pretty much everything with the normal core axes. Or the offense core axe. Hey Mano, how you doing today? Wonder if I should not have turned that on. I can turn it off when we go to kill the Annihilator, though. That's fine. Yeah, great choice. Upgrading to a Shanghai is a great choice. What in the world is this weird? Mudskipper Melody, interesting. Looks like it'll work out in my favor. Alright, so let's go ahead and stop that. We'll focus fire on them. We do that because it gives us that 500 kilometer range that we need. If I have that on, I only have 150 kilometers of range, which puts me just too far inside the Annihilator. There they go. Up, up, and away. Yeah, this is where I would really like that dragon, the Auspice Nanocore, for this particular enemy. And the carriers. Both of those would be really good to have it for. Alright. Now I think that was all of the available missions for today. There's gonna be another one on the 9th.
Docking request accepted.
3.3 is complete. Okay, so we can do 3.4. And then 3.5 is locked. Okay.
Undocking.
Enemy ships detected.
Yeah, it will be a lot easier on IP if you go with a cyan first.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
I don't know why they just randomly attack something that's 47 kilometers away when there's clearly ships that are closer. We're just gonna focus on defanging, I guess.
We're under attack.
And we're gonna get our, shield field module on here. Give us a little bit more shield resistance and reduce the damage incoming.
We're under
Not that we
attack.
really need it, but I'm gonna have it active anyway.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Okay, there's both of those, exterminators here. The carriers and the dread. Yes. They have made so many improvements to the Lucid Moon since I originally owned one back in the day. It used to be that Lucid Moon was kind of on par with Cyan. It was like a choice of what you wanted. But now Lucid Moon is just so much better than Cyan. It gets shield field modules, armor modules, it gets facts, it gets lightweight ships, it gets fighters if you need it. incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, Cyan is definitely going to need you to have some capacitor batteries. I always recommend having that. Should kill this thing first and then kill the two carriers. The dredge should do pretty much nothing to me. Yeah. Yeah, what I personally run on my Cyan is, 3 reds, 2 batteries. No, I run 3 reds, 3, damage modules, and 2 cap batteries. Or a cap battery and a micro warp drive, if you really wanted to. Yeah, I'm wondering if the next wave is going to be significantly more capacitor draining. But this is why I really like a passive fit. It really doesn't consume that much capacitor, which means you have that much more buffer against, enemies that like to do that. And in the end, I still have a Nosferatu I can throw on. God, and it's taken a while for these fighters to get to the, exterminator there. There we go, there's 1 damage. Yes, engineering you absolutely need. It's gonna help you with your capacitor. These missiles do not help. Okay. I don't know, I need to find a different choice on those high slots. What's the range I have on this? It is 30 kilometers. Good. That's actually really good for me. That means everything outside of 30 kilometers is going to do severely reduced damage. It depends if I need it for the last mission. But it's very likely that when the last mission comes out that the Lucent Moon won't be able to, but I'd like to at least try. with the Lucent Moon. Yeah, I guess I go for the activation here. See, it doesn't feel like the Allegiance assaults are doing enough to warrant having them. I don't see the point. It's probably better that I sell them. Like, the core axes are doing pretty much the same exact thing. And they're only slightly slower. But I can make up for that with the current nanocore, the Auspice nanocore, and then it won't matter.
Enemy
Yeah,
ships
seems like
detected.
I need to make a different choice with my fighters.
We're under attack.
Yeah, that is definitely RuneScape music that you are hearing. I decided to put it on in the background because there wasn't enough audio going on. There's no combat music in here. So I decided to throw on OSRS. Yeah, I play a lot of, like, various games.
We're under
I
attack.
played OSRS for a little while. I ended up stopping after I made, whatever Ruby Ring or whatever the hell that thing was. I spent like 10 hours
We're under
building up the
attack.
skills to build the Ruby Ring so I could reprocess the iron ore or something like that. Ended up doing that, only needed it for about 30 minutes, and then just went, nah, I'm not doing this anymore. Nice.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're
Ooh.
under attack.
Subnautica Below Zero is a pretty good game. You can't really go wrong with it. I don't think it's as good as the
We're
original,
under attack.
but it's still good.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, the original was really good. I spent a lot of hours watching
We're
Subnautica
under attack.
when it came out. And I played it a little bit myself too.
We're under attack.
I played it before they had an actual ending. And still had a lot of fun with it.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
That's hilarious.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. You gotta keep an eye on whether or not you're gonna fall asleep in this game sometimes. Although I will say I fell asleep more in OSRS than I have in this game. I've done my fair share of falling asleep while mining in Eve Echoes, but ooh, OSRS just hits differently.
We're under attack.
It is actually insane how much this negates damage. You see all these things that are outside of 30 kilometers? Everything that's outside of 30 kilometers is not dealing like any damage to me. Because of that module. No, I'm getting a 23% shield resistance increase. And I am getting a 27% damage decrease that's coming in. I don't know, it's kind of insane. It's well worth the cost, the fuel cost of it. I definitely think it's worth the fuel cost. It's just crazy. I honestly think that my current ship here could probably manage to do the last mission. Yeah, get into the bubble. If you want to live. This is the, Wasteseeker combat test. You find it under the, faction warfare tab when you're docked up. It is a lossless mode. What your goal is just to come in here, tank as much as you can, and kill everything. And you'll be given merit, you'll be given loyalty points, and you'll be given, extra commendations. It seems to be a recurring event every, like, 4 to 6 months. I think it's more closer to 6 months in between each time it comes out. No, you can do a battleship up until Wasteseeker Combat Test 2.9, which is about, I want to say that's like 14 missions you can do. After that, you will probably need a capital. I have seen a few battleships be able to complete like 3.1 or 3.2, but they are very few and far between. Right now I'm doing 3.4, which has a bunch of capital ships in it. I'll be doing the battleship stuff with the marshals tomorrow, I think. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and shut that down here. But yeah, there's quite a bit of reward there for it. You can also get a medal for completing 2.9. So if you can complete it, definitely try to. I think I'm gonna kill that battleship first before I kill the dreadnought. It's actually getting quite a bit of healing. The main thing with these Wasteseeker ships in this event is they have extraordinarily high resistance numbers. So you want to try to focus that thermal resistance. That is the lowest resistance that they have. So it's pretty much just like, take the damage and the DPS that you've been doing and cut it down by half. And that's what you'll be doing to these ships. This was wave 2, right? Yes. Alright, so that was all the available missions currently. We still have one more set of missions that will come out on the 9th.
Docking request accepted.
Overall, not bad at all. Definitely, I would think they are a little bit more difficult than previous Wasteseeker combat tests. But, like I said, you'll find them under Faction War Games. You'll go over one page to the right, and you'll find the Wasteseeker combat test. And all of these missions you can run at this point in time. These will unlock on February 9th. You'll get a lot of loyalty points from this. There's the... Oh, you can't really see it here, but this is the medal you'll get. So definitely pretty cool. Battleships can do up to this mission here. But 3.1 is a little bit more difficult, being that it has a capital ship in it. Otherwise, it's all battleships, battle cruisers, frigates. It's a really good way to get LP, loyalty points, merit. It's just a good time overall. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me today. That was what I wanted to do. I will see you all on the next one. Take care and be safe.